Alright, went ahead and opened the box here, and you see the trees are wrapped in plastic. Here's the root ball down here for some of the trees. They got some wet newspaper on them. Everything looks fairly well moist. That's a good sign. Here's the other root ball. They packed them in back to back, so these ones look fairly moist as well. So that's a good sign. They threw in looks like a manual. It's hard to do this with one hand, but let me open this up. It's the Stark Brothers Read This First manual, so what to do when you get the trees and everything. Put that to the side. Got your packing list. You know what trees we got. Got quite a few apple trees this year, a couple peaches, got a plum in there. Quick look at these trees, see how they look, see if there's any issues. Look for the bark, see if anything was knocked off on the bark when they're getting dug up that might cause a area for infection. So you can pull the newspaper off this side. Here's an apple tree. Looks pretty good. It's got the buds on them. You know, the other trees I got earlier this year, the ones from Willis Orchards, a bunch of the peach trees, they had all the buds knocked off. They're starting to grow now, but they had to start the buds from scratch, so they're pushing them out, so it delayed it a little bit. I would correct myself. Not all the buds were knocked off. Most of them were. Some of the buds actually did make it through the shipping and handling process, but so far the roots look fairly good on these trees. These are all apples. This one looks like a plum, which it is. This one over here, this one's a peach. This one's another apple. And all these are semi-dwarf apples. Pretty good caliper on it. So all in all, I'm fairly satisfied with this order. Roots look like they're really nice and moist there. Looks like they're really well taken care of. Of all the trees I've gotten this year, I got some from Willis Orchards, I got some from Rain Tree Nursery, and this is the last order to get shipped in this year from Stark Brothers. I think these ones look the best. The ones from Willis, they had a lot of the buds knocked off. You see here's some buds if the camera focuses. Get it to focus in. The ones from Rain Tree had somewhat dry roots. And this is what I was saying, look out for when you get your trees. See right there? That's not necessarily the best thing. It doesn't look terrible, but that's something you gotta watch for when you get in these bare roots. Sometimes the machine, when they're digging them up, hits the edge and they can get pretty well debarked. This one doesn't look too bad. Doing this inside because it's a little chilly out today. Not the nicest of days. Not the nicest of spring weather. A little chilly and raining out, so. This root system looks really nice. Decent graft union. No cracks, no canker that I can see. And these are the remaining roots. This one looks really nice. Lots of roots on these. These ones have the most roots of all the trees I've seen so far, or I've received this year. Wow, look at this one. This one's just huge. And I'm going to need 2 hands to get these ones out. So, looks like they threw in the extra roots right in the... They trimmed them up and they just threw the root ends right in the box. So, I'll get these out of the box and show you what they look like outside. Go put them on the deck. So, be back shortly.